Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of Vietnamese Bites. Here we take a step away from the main course and take one little nugget of Vietnamese language or culture which might seem strange, amusing or just interesting to speakers from other backgrounds, and then we just run with it. Hopefully you might also learn something as we go. So, what does a fish plus a pig give you? A dolphin, obviously. Well, maybe not obvious to English speakers or whatever your native tongue is, but it is obvious to Vietnamese speakers. I guess you can kind of see how a dolphin resembles the general shape of a fish, even though it's a mammal, and that it does have a protruding snout, even if it looks totally different to that of a pig. So on this episode, I'll be giving my friend Jules a quiz where he sees two different Vietnamese words, like fish and pig, and he has to use his ingenuity and creativity to try and work out what the compound word is. In this case, pigfish, and what that means in English, i.e. dolphin. Now, just before we start, I do need to briefly run through how compounding works. In linguistics, a compound is formed from combining two or more words with different stems or origins. Take the English verbs sleep and walk. Clearly, they have two different roots and mean different things, but combine them together and we get the compound verb sleepwalk, which clearly means to walk whilst being asleep. But it's not always that clear-cut in English. Take the two stems ear and mark. Combine them together and we get the compound verb to earmark, meaning to set aside something for a specific purpose. As in, I've earmarked this video for another playlist in this channel to provide you guys with some fun Vietnamese bites away from the more serious academic stuff. Make sense? Okay, let's get into the compounding and possibly confounding quiz. With me here now is Jules, who is going to attempt the quiz.
Yes.
Jules, here are the rules. We've got 20 questions and 7 rounds. Each round will have a different category, like animals or machines. Are you feeling confident?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Vòng một, động vật. Okay, so we'll pick up from where we left off with the pigfish and look at some animals. So we have cá and mập. So cá mập. What do you think cá mập is, Jules?
A fat fish.
Well, it is a fat fish in English, but it's not in Vietnamese. So take these...
A blowfish.
Try again. Try and think of a fish that has some sort of girth about it.
A tuna.
Okay. Is that your...
Salmon.
Which one? What's your final answer?
A fish with girth would be a tuna.
Okay. He's going for tuna. It's a shark. Cá mập.
Okay.
Cá mập is shark. Can you see it?
No. I can see the picture though.
They're like great white sharks. Their midriff tends to get a bit chunky. I think that's where it comes from.
It's all the people they eat.
But how would you say a fat fish in Vietnamese? Because you can't say cá mập because that means shark. So in Vietnamese, you do have some synonyms like you have in English. So a synonym of mập is béo. So to say a fat fish, you would say một con cá béo. And in fact, in Vietnamese, mập, you probably hear this quite a lot. Does your girlfriend call you this quite a lot?
Mop.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Maybe. She calls me fat.
Yeah, okay. Well, I hear this all the time. And it's not actually insulting in Vietnamese to say this. They're very direct. They'll just kind of poke you in the stomach and say "mup." In fact, I actually had a student, an adult student, who's actually called Mup, and that was his nickname, but everyone called him that. He didn't seem really bothered by it. So, okay, that's 0 for 1 so far, Jules. Moving on. Gấu, trúc. Gấu trúc là gì?
Small bamboo bear. This is ridiculous. I have no idea. Small. This is an animal.
Yeah.
Okay. So a small bamboo bear would be. What are those animals called that people think started COVID? That they eat in China? It's not that.
Bats?
No. The other one. That they only get in Vietnam. Anyway.
Come on, this is easy.
A small bamboo bear?
Well, trúc is a kind of bamboo which is small. Not the normal word for bamboo in Vietnamese is dê, which means normal. So this is just a thinner variety of bamboo.
Okay, so a thinner variety of bear, and it's an animal, right?
Which bear eats bamboo?
The koala bear.
Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, that's all there is. Oh, a panda
It's
bear.
obviously a panda. How did you miss that one, Jules?
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm frazzled.
The bamboo bear is indeed the panda.
I should have known that. That was a bad one. Yep.
Fun fact about pandas, everyone knows they like to gorge on bamboo all day. They can eat up to 14 kilos or 30 pounds of bamboo shoots per day. How many times do you reckon they need to go to number 2 per day?
Probably once or twice.
Try higher.
25 times.
Bit higher.
75 times.
Up to 40 times a day, pandas do need to defecate. So.
Everyone, they used to say, no matter how cute a bear is, never ever pet it. But like, is a panda bear gonna attack you? You don't hear about panda bear attacks.
I mean, they're originally carnivorous because all bears are, but they've adapted to be vegetarian. So I think they're generally fairly safe. But I wouldn't want to be one because you spend the entire day just eating and eating and going to the toilet. So.
Man, how many are there in the wild, really?
Okay. Anyway, next. Chim, cánh, cụt. So we've got 3 here. Chim cánh cụt.
An ostrich. A bird that doesn't fly. A bird who's had its wings clipped is an ostrich.
It is. Yep.
1.
It's not the correct answer. I'll give you a couple more, but
emu.
You're on the right lines.
Emu.
Emu,
A
ostrich,
penguin.
penguin.
Oh!
Okay,
Yeah.
1. Yeah. Again, it's not quite an accurate description because the wings aren't cut off. They've just been repurposed to swim with. But yeah, it can't fly. Gan is a useful word to know.
Soup.
No, it means wing. And you see this in the menus all the time. Like gan ga, chicken wings, very popular in Vietnamese restaurants. Okay, we've got 1 out of 3 so far. Moving on. Now, round 2. Vòng 2. Máy. How are you feeling about this round? Confident?
No. Let's go.
Okay.
No. Machines.
So we have máy bay. Máy bay là gì?
A flying machine. It's a plane. Easy.
There you go.
2.
Simple.
You spelled airplane wrong.
Spelled it the British way. We say aeroplane, not
There's
airplane.
an aeroplane up in the sky.
And notice here you've got máy, which is a noun, and bay, which is the verb. So this is like a noun-verb combination. And you can tack on lots of different verbs onto máy to get these kind of machines, like flying machine. Okay, how about the next one? Máy, again, lạnh. Máy lạnh.
A freezer.
Okay.
Cold machine. An air conditioner.
Air conditioner.
I'm taking
Okay.
that one too. I got 4 now.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple of guesses at each one, just to be fair.
Yeah. Could be a freezer.
Okay. Tang Mai. Tang Mai. So you notice here we've actually swapped around. Mai is now coming at the end of the word. So
That could be an elevator or an escalator.
one of them's correct. What are you going for?
Well, my mother-in-law didn't know how to ride an escalator, so I'm going to go with elevator. That's probably more established in the jargon.
Or lift, if you come from the other side of the pond like me. But yeah, it is. Okay, how about, why did we swap the words round?
Sounds better.
Think about what I mentioned a minute ago. We had noun,
The verb.
noun plus verb. What have we got here?
We got verb noun.
Verb noun?
Oh, noun.
Noun, yeah. So you got two nouns together, they're gonna flip over. In mai is at the end. So you could have, another example would be người máy, người being person. So người máy, machine, person, or robot, an android, something like that. Okay. Vòng ba, thiên nhiên. You like nature, Jules?
Sometimes.
Okay. See if you can get these ones then.
Easy.
Mặt trời. Mặt trời là gì?
Cloud.
It's
A
it.
face and the sky plus sky and heaven. Maybe the moon? No, they'd have a better word for moon. Cloud, moon, star.
Yeah, I mean, you're clearly.
What are they called when the Big Dipper? What are those called? The constellations.
Yeah, you're kind of on the right track. Some kind of celestial body. I'll give you that.
Half a point.
Okay, it is the sun.
Ooh, they gotta have a better word than that.
It's the face of the sky. I think it's a little bit poetic, maybe. And this isn't unique to Vietnamese. Lots of Asian languages do this, where they compound words together. And in Thai, the word is Dawan, and that actually means eye of the day. So here we have face of the sky, eye of the day. Yeah, I think they're quite poetic.
Okay. Half a point.
Hoa hồng. Hoa hồng.
Pink flower. It's got to be lotus.
Yeah, is that what you're going with? Final answer, lotus?
Yes, lotus.
It's a rose.
It's not pink.
I know. Yeah, again, bit of a misnomer because it's in fact red. But this doesn't just happen in Vietnamese. You take red onion. What color is red onion?
Purple.
Purple. So there you go. Again, this does raise the question of if hoa hồng is rose, how would you say pink flower in Vietnamese?
You'd have to reverse it, right? And say hong hoa.
No, because that would be like flower pink.
Yeah. That's what my students say.
No, instead, the word for color is mao. So you would say hoa mao hồng. Okay. That would give you a pink flower as opposed to a rose. Next, ban, which usually means sell, as in banya, to sell a house. So this is like an estate agent. But in this context, it means half or semi. Combined with đảo. Bán đảo là gì?
Half an island?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Go and start thinking outside the box now, Jules.
Half an island would be a sandbar?
It's not that specific. That's. But yeah, similar kind of idea.
Oh boy, this is nature. Half an island.
I mean, I guess it's probably more geography than nature.
Maybe a peninsula.
Boom.
Peninsular? Huh?
Yeah, we're on the Indo-Chinese peninsula now.
Peninsula.
Did I?
R at the end.
I think there is in British.
That's Peninsula.
Okay, number 10. Xương rồng. Xương rồng. A dragon bone.
Dragon bone. Ooh, I want to get this one right. A dragon bone. Dragon bone. Maybe that's a mountain. No.
If it were to be mountain, I think dragon tooth might be something more akin to a mountain. But no, it's
a rock, a boulder, jetties.
It's a bit more specific than that. They just have a word for rock. You're not going to call a rock a dragon bone, are you?
Okay, give me a second. Petrified wood.
No,
Is it a mineral?
It's a plant.
A tree. No, a lotus.
Cactus.
Where is a cactus in Vietnam? Do they have those?
No.
It's on my porch.
Yeah, I mean, I have one on my desk at work, actually. It's one of the teaching assistants gave it to me. I quite like this one because it's quite powerful imagery. And this is really useful when learning vocabulary. Because when I think of cactus now, I just think of this sort of bony, spiky dragon that's green, obviously, and then it just brings to mind this image of a cactus. And the more striking the image is in your head, the more likely you're going to remember the words. So, yeah, I quite like this one. Xương rồng.
Okay.
Yeah, they're spines, aren't they? They're not.
Dragon skin or something.
Okay. Vòng bốn, bộ phận cơ thể. Okay, moving on. Cổ, tay, cổ tay.
Your wrist. Nice.
Certainly is.
An arm, neck is a wrist.
Yeah, I mean, we use the neck in a similar way, don't we? For like the neck of a bottle, which gives you the verb bottleneck, like what traffic does. So yeah, you do quite often find these sort of body parts. It's not unique to any one language. They seem to be fairly cross-linguistic. Okay. Mắt cá. Mắt cá. This fish just keeps on turning up.
A fisheye. This is a body part?
It is a body part.
Your iris?
It's nothing to do with the eye.
Does it have anything to do with around your eye, like your eyelid?
No, it's on a completely different part of the body.
Oh God. Fisheye would be your ears?
I'll give you a little clue because this is a tough one. At least this is what I think.
Do we have one or two of them?
Two.
Okay.
This is what I think the reasoning is you get those certain types of fish. I can't remember what the name of them are, but they have those kind of protruding, sort of bulging eyes. That's where I think this comes from.
So something protruding that
Yep.
we have two of.
Yep.
This is G-rated, right? I don't know.
I do say this channel's not specifically for kids, but yeah, we still keep it relatively clean. The ankle.
Ooh, that's a bad one, Bill.
The ankle.
That needs to be deleted.
And I've drawn this rudimentary fish here so you can sort of see.
We're just desperate, Bill. Come on.
Now, I'm not 100% sure of this reasoning, but I'm pretty
Ankles.
sure
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I read it somewhere because you have that bony protuberance on both sides of your ankle.
Unless you have the diabetes.
Yeah.
And you
Okay.
don't.
Okay. Anyway, and even if this isn't the real reason, that imagery of now having that fish with those eyes bulging, that's just going to make this so much more easier to remember.
Not forgetting that one.
At least for me. Đầu gối.
Your Must be your hair.
You would think it is, but it's not.
Maybe your forehead.
It's not on your head. And this, I really like this one because this kind of comes into Vietnamese culture.
So it's a pillow. So it's something soft.
Where this is not actually particularly soft, but it is in a sense a pillow, if that makes sense. That's a bit of an oxymoron, but there you have it.
I mean, it can't be the back of your head. No. Your skin? I don't know.
I'll give you a clue, one word. Siesta.
Oh, so this is not a body part anymore?
No, it's a body part. Your clue is siesta.
That means nap in Spanish.
Yep. Which Vietnamese do as well.
Yes, they do. Bill, this is a tough one. I'm going to have to not answer this one.
No, it's a pass. It's a pass. It's the knee.
That's horrendous.
And I believe this comes from this idea of siestas. If you're going to take a siesta and you don't really have a place to lie down, you can just sit down with your knees bunched up and you rest your head on your knee, which is your head pillow.
Maybe if you're Vietnamese, I can't do that.
I can't do that,
Oh,
but,
you're kidding me?
but Vietnamese tend to be a lot more flexible than you or I, Jules.
And
So
dinner.
I quite like that one because that tells you a little story about sort of Vietnamese culture.
Yeah, that's not a bad one, I guess.
Vòng Nam, thức ăn. Thịt, nai. Easy one, this.
Venison.
Certainly is. My favorite cut of meat has to be the venison fillet.
Do you know where to get them? Not in D2 in Ho Chi Minh City.
No. I've only ever bought them back at home in England and they were prohibitively expensive. So
There's a guy by where I live who sells this stuff.
Okay, easy one there. Dưa chuột. Dưa chuột. The mouse melon or the rat melon. Ideas. What's going through your head? Take us through your
I'm
thought.
trying to remember. We're not doing animals right now, are we? What are we doing?
We're doing food.
Food. So a rat melon is gonna be. Let me wait. Don't tell me it's gonna be. Maybe the dragon fruit.
Think about the shape of the rat. Kind of
Maybe a
its
mango.
profile.
A mango?
Is that what you're going for?
No, because you don't like that one. How about guava?
I have to give you a time limit, Jules.
All right.
5.
Done. I say mango.
Mango. It's the cucumber.
Boo.
And I don't know. I think you can kind of see that the curvature might vaguely resemble a mouse or a rat. And it is definitely to do with the shape because there's a slang word in Vietnamese for your bicep, which is chuột. And can you kind of see the shape of the mouse in that bicep a bit?
That's funny. I was in Hoi An a couple weeks ago, and there was a rat walking around in the garden. And I said, "These rats are huge. Like, does your dog or cat, challenge them?" And they said, "My dog or my cat?" And they went like this. They held their bicep, and they go, "The rats are like this."
Yeah, so there's definitely something going on there.
Yeah, there's a relation. I like it.
I guess
But there's also different sorts of cucumbers here as well. There's the bitter melon, what we call the bitter melon, which is technically a cucumber. So I'm wondering if maybe that's it too.
Yep, but there you have it. Chuột can be bicep, or it can also turn a melon into a cucumber. Gạo. Cao su.
Bubble gum.
Gạo cao su.
If it's not bubble gum, we have a problem. Candy and rubber. Rubber candy. Taffy.
Final answer? What's your final answer?
Bubble gum, taffy. Thank you.
I'll give you chewing gum.
Thank you. I said gum, Bill. That's what chewing gum is.
Okay.
Okay.
Vòng 6. Những thứ bạn có thể mặc. Okay, moving on to our penultimate round. Bao cao su. Bao cao su.
A rubber sack. Interesting. Does every person have these? Or just one gender?
The latter.
Oh boy. This is G rated or clean, so let's say it's does it start with an S?
No, it starts with a C.
Ah, phew. How about a
Come on, you know what this is. We don't need to be 100%
scrotum?
family friendly.
Scrotum.
It's a thing you can wear.
Oh, not a body part. I asked if it was a body part. A thing you can wear, a rubber sack. Underwear.
Ah, come on, Jules.
Come on, Bill. This is not family friendly at all.
Bao Gao Su. Yeah, and you know, these are like ubiquitous when you like drive around Vietnam. For example, just down the road from my place, I took this picture here. Now this is a pharmacy, but you can see this big sign on the left saying Bao Gao Su. And it's bigger than all the other signs. So it's kind of like, this is the most important thing we sell. And you just see these signs everywhere, not just at pharmacies, but convenience stores and things. And I found this a little bit strange because, you know, with Vietnamese people, they don't like to show affection in public. Like there's no hugging or kissing. You know, you might see some people holding their hands. But then you have these like massive signs saying, you know, we've got condoms here and stuff. It just seems...
Yeah, it's a little bit odd.
It just seems a bit odd, yeah.
I'm wondering if this has always been in the culture. Like, have they always been so freely selling condoms and contraceptions? And there's gel, there's like spray gel or spray something.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere, isn't it? It's all like right next to all the confectionery, like right at the counter.
Yeah, right. It's like an impulse buy almost. Like in America, you have to search for the stuff.
Not over here. Okay. Non bảo hiểm.
See, I would think this would be condom.
Non bảo
An
hiểm.
insurance hat should be a condom.
Yeah, insures against pregnancy. I mean, that's the kind of thinking you do need to go along for this one. So, kind of take that thought process, kind of tweak it slightly, and you should have the right answer.
Not a diaphragm.
Remember,
Have
this
anything to do with birth control.
it's something you can wear.
Well,
So
the condom you wore, you can. I mean, that's. Come on, that's more.
it's something you can wear. Something you can wear on part
Look
of
at my
your,
new condom. Do you like it?
something you can wear on part of your anatomy.
An insurance hat.
Yes.
Maybe this is a wallet. That's
Wait.
not really something you wear, is it?
No, and this is related to hat. I mean, essentially, it is a kind of a hat.
An insurance hat. A toupee? They don't have those. I don't know this one.
Okay, it's a pass. It is helmet. It insures against your head cracking open when you fall off your bike.
Yeah, that's a good one. Dang it.
Okay. Penultimate question. Non, again.
Another hat.
La. Non-la.
This might be a face mask.
It's not a face mask.
Is it something you wear on your head?
It is, and it's something that couldn't be more traditional when you think of Vietnam.
Oh yeah, those things. Those conical hats.
Conical hats.
Ooh, they're actually called conical hats. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, they're actually made of straw as opposed to leaves, generally. But
I don't think you can like take those out of the country and take them into most other countries because of they're considered an agricultural product.
you might be right. I mean, I certainly haven't seen them anywhere else apart from Vietnam.
And the brooms as well too. Those awesome brooms with the soft straw.
Yeah,
They do
yeah.
a great job. You can't take those anywhere else either.
Okay, last one. Now, this last round is a kind of miscellaneous round. And this last question is, in fact, in several parts because it's not really a word, more like a phrase. So let's see if we can build it up and arrive at the right answer. We'll start with chủ, owner, like chủ nhà, owner of the house or landlord. And nghĩa, nghĩa, chủ nghĩa.
Owner and meaning?
The owner of meaning. Where does meaning...
the owner of meaning.
Where does meaning derive from, like for a society? Where does it come from?
Their culture? Their monks?
Yeah, so is it kind of tied in with culture?
Their history?
Tied in with culture and history.
The owner of meaning.
So like, the way a particular society works, the way they think, or at least the way the government thinks.
So did you just tell me the answer? Their government?
No, it's political in nature.
The ruling political party?
I'll just give it to you.
The Communist Party?
Ideology.
Yeah, Communist Party.
So no,
That's a point, Bill.
No, that's because we're talking about ideology in general, okay? Where meaning comes from, the ownership of meaning. Okay, now let's take this word, ideology, 主nghĩa, and add it to society, xã hội.
That's culture.
主義xã會.
Culture.
Come on, just literally take these two words.
Society ideologically. Ideology.
What is the ideology of society?
Radio silence.
When society, when the ideology is built around society, it's a similar word.
When the ideology is built around society.
It ends in ism.
Socialism?
Okay, here we go.
Boo, that better not be the right answer. No, Bill.
Okay.
That means so many other things.
Now, I'm throwing in an extra word here. Cộng hòa, meaning republic. And let's put all this together and we get Cộng hòa chủ nghĩa xã hội Việt Nam.
Oh, all these words?
Yeah, so this is a phrase.
This is the People's Republic of Vietnam.
The Socialist Republic of
Which
Vietnam.
is very similar.
It is, okay. I'll give you that one.
Okay.
Okay, we're done. So, Jules, after taking the compounding and, as it turns out, confounding quiz, your final score is...
More. Yeah, I like it.
9.
That's not bad.
9 out of 20. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
Which questions sort of stood out as you as really kind of outlandish, like out there, difficult to piece together from the constituents?
Definitely ankle, the fisheye. What was it called? The fisheye.
Yeah, you definitely had to think outside the box.
But I remembered it, so it's good now. Didn't like that one. Condom was sort of a trick, if I may say so, but I like it now. And I don't know. I think maybe the penultimate clue might have to be a rewrite, Bill. That's a little misleading.
Well, either way, I mean, that's nearly 50%. I think you should be proud of that.
I'll take it.
So, Jules, thank you very much for coming on and participating in this quiz.
What I win?
Prizes to be determined.
Prizes in the back. Consolation prizes in the back.
Yeah, maybe some of those things you can wear.
Don't eat them.
Add in as prizes.
Don't eat them, Bill.
Okay, thanks a lot, Jules.
Come on,
So, how can this idea of compounding words help you with your Vietnamese language learning? Well, first off, you don't need to remember as many words. Taking the first example, fish plus pig equals dolphin. Now, in English, you need to remember 3 words because they come from different roots. Fish and pig are Germanic, whereas dolphin comes from the Latin dolphinus. But in Vietnamese, you only need to remember cá and heo. This means you can build up a bigger vocabulary more quickly, and they also allow you to mentally visualize and therefore better remember new compound words. Take the example of sun, mặt trời, the face of the sky. You can easily build a mental picture of that, and the more vivid those mental pictures are in your brain, the more likely you are to make these long-term connections and retain this new vocabulary. And it also allows you to predict unknown words from their roots. Now, Jules took this quiz, not knowing any of the answers, and he got nearly 50% right just from simple deduction. So I hope you found this video useful, and if you did, please give it a like and subscribe. And until the next time, cảm ơn các bạn cho xem video này. Hẹn gặp lại.